Hi guys, it's Doodle. Today I'm going to make another tier list video. It's been a while since I've made one, and I wanted to make one with Spongebob characters actually. So first of all, before I even start, if I sound weird, it's because I have a cold. Yeah, I had the flu for like 2 weeks last month, and then the rest of it was just fatigueness. And I just started to get rid of that, and now suddenly I have a cold, along with a sore throat, and I can barely, taste or hear. So that is amazing, but I was really in the mood to make this, so, why the fuck not? Also, I'm outside, so if you hear background noises, that's why. The reason why I'm outside is because it's really, really cold, and with me being sick, it feels fucking amazing. It's like 52 degrees outside right now, I think. Which is cold for me, you know. By the way, I just moved my fan because it was right next to the computer, and y'all could probably hear it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this. Let's start with Mr. Krabs. Also, I do want to make more tier list videos. I just haven't gotten to them, but I do want to make more soon. But let's start with Mr. Krabs. So the thing about little Eugene here is that he's really popular and he has a great personality, but he's a huge asshole. He is really enjoyable, but again, he's a huge asshole and it gets on my nerves sometimes. So right now I'll put him at B. Like, for example, I know it's over exaggerated, but everybody says how Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's soul for 2 cents and how that was bullshit. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal since the series is so cartoony, but I went back and watched that episode recently. It actually made me really annoyed. Right now he's going at B. He's technically a C, but we'll put him at B for right now. And I just turned my fan back on, so if y'all hear it, that's why. It feels great. Sandy, automatic S tier, is Sandy. She's really enjoyable. I don't know what else to say about her. She's enjoyable. The only thing that I don't really understand about her character is the whole science stuff. I like her more as a southern girl. I don't know why they did the whole science thing. She's obviously smart, because she's a land critter underwater. But it's oh, she's southern, so she's not smart, so we have to make up the whole science shit to explain she's smart. I don't really get the whole science stuff. First it wasn't that annoying, but then it's at one point her entire personality was just science, and I'm I don't know. It's alright. It's not that annoying. It just gets a little bit, I'm fine with there being a mix between her southern side and her science side. I love her tomboyish southern side way more than the nerd emoji Sandy, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, besides that being just a little bit irritating, she is an S tier, and I am outside watching my goats, and my goat is right there taking a shit. Y'all needed to know that. I'm just observing my goats right now. Not my goat, but one of them. Next is Patrick. I like Patrick, actually. I don't think I've watched anything above season 9. I haven't watched modern SpongeBob, with the new, really wacky animation. But I really like Patrick though. But I think it was seasons 6 or 9 or something where he became a big bully. But I watched those and they didn't really get on my nerves. I can't take Patrick seriously. There's sometimes he gets on my nerves. I think he's supposed to get on everybody's nerves. But it's not something I can take too seriously because, simply put, is Patrick. But he's really enjoyable. I kind of wish they would kind of do more with him a little bit. I don't know about now, but when I was watching it, it's just it kind of he gets thrown to the side a lot, and I get it, he's dumb, but sometimes I wish he was doing more stuff with SpongeBob. SpongeBob is also I don't really have a favorite over the other. They're just both good characters. There was like a weird, like, I think it, like, again, it was seasons like 6 or 9, where SpongeBob became like really sensitive and would cry over everything, and that, to me, it kind of ruined his character a little bit. Like, I get it, SpongeBob's sensitive, but they were doing it to a point where they were like making fun of him. He's sensitive, but in an enjoyable way. He cares about other people's emotions and feelings, but they were doing it like, look how weak he is. And I'm like, it wasn't really that funny to me. Next we have Squidward. S tier is fucking Squidward. is Squidward. It's like Sandy. I don't know what else to say. Now, with Sandy, he does have a little bit of flaws. In some episodes, I think they make him, like, overly mean for no reason. Like, I get he hates SpongeBob and Patrick, but in some episodes, it's like, he wants to kill them, and I'm like, no. Like, he's not that bad. Like, he obviously cares about SpongeBob and Patrick, but it's like, you know, he gets annoyed about it, and he doesn't like to show his, feelings a lot. But besides that, Squidward, and, I think everybody loves Squidward, for the most part. He's fucking hilarious. He's down to earth, he gets tortured for no reason sometimes, and it's a little bit funny, and he's, like, artsy. He has a taste for art, I like how he's, like, this artist that's, like, trapped at a fast food place. It makes it really relatable. I don't know for sure, but I think, like, somebody was self-projecting, like, artists, a lot of artists, like, wants to see their dreams come true, but they don't have the fucking money, so instead they have to work at a fast place. I like the genius behind his character. I think he's great. I don't like Sandy or Squidward more over the other. It's just according to what mood I'm in. Sandy's simply right here because I ranked her first. Let's do Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy together. I'll do them afterwards. Gary, he's A. I like how he's just not some pet. I like how he has his own personality, and he's an asshole too. He constantly gets tired. He's constantly tired of SpongeBob's shit. He doesn't care. I liked him in the bath episode where it's like, Gary doesn't want to take a bath, and then SpongeBob falls in the mud, and he's like, "I'm a dirty boy." I thought it was hilarious. I like how he's a little asshole. He's like a little ferret. Personality of a ferret. He's like a little bit mischievous, but bored with everybody's shit. He just wants to live his own life. He don't give a fuck about nothing. Karen, automatic S tier. I love Karen with all my heart. I don't even know, like, she's not on screen as much as Sandy and Squidward either, so it's like, it's kind of harder to fuck up her character. I like Karen exactly how she is. I hope she never changes. Things I love about Karen: number one, she's a computer, and this is like an animal about sea critters, sea animals, and she's a fucking computer, and that's hilarious to me. Number two, her personality is amazing. She has common sense to me. She has the most common sense out of any other of the characters. She supports Plankton. She believes in him, and she truly loves him, but at the same time, she calls him out on his bullshit. Like, when Plankton has a shitty idea, she's like, this shit ain't gonna work. And she also tries not to take things too seriously. Like, she's not all, like, hyper-focused on stealing the formula like Plankton is. I don't think she really cares. She's kind of like Gary. She just kind of, like, minds her own business and tries not to get into shit. Yeah, and she has the most amazing laugh, too. I love it when she laughs. It makes me melt. I love Karen. I don't know a single thing I don't like about Karen. She was especially funny in the, when Plankton's cousins were making fun of his name for being Sheldon, and she was just joining in on the joke, and she was, like, showing the name Sheldon on her screen behind Karen's fucking amazing. I love her. The only reason why she's behind Sandy and Squidward is because she's not really on screen that often. She's really on screen, like, when Plankton's on screen, And I think that's part of the reason why what makes her character so enjoyable is because I think Plankton needs like a little like side character, and I think Karen's perfect for that. She's a really great supporting main character, quote unquote main character. Uh, Let me do Mrs. Puff. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really that crazy about her. Let's move Mr. Krabs and Mrs. Puff down, since, they're together. I think they're I don't know if Mrs. Puff was in love with Mr. Krabs that episode, but he had a little thing for her at one point, so why not put them together? I think about the same about him. I enjoy Mr. Krabs a little bit more just because he's on screen more, but I'll put them together for the fuck of it. Mrs. Puff, she's all. I mean, she's okay. She could be. She's just. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about her. Really, that's all I have to say about her. Yeah, I don't really have an opinion on her. She's just alright. Larry the Lobster. I'm sorry. I don't hate him. There's not an F tier on here. I don't think none of these characters are F tier. Larry is just your typical alpha jock character. At least he's not mean. At least he's nice. He tries to be nice, but he's very naive. Like, I think in like some of the early Beach episodes, he was like hurting SpongeBob's feelings, and he wasn't aware of it. He's just your typical jock character, with a over positive personality. I think he accidentally hurts some of the characters and doesn't even realize it. He's just so he's positive in a naive way. He's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really care about him that much. Let's go ahead and do Pearl. This might be weird to some people, but she's a S tier. She's great. She's dumb. She's really dumb, but in the good type of way. She's kind of like supposed to be like a stereotypical like 16-year-old girl. She's kind of like SpongeBob. She's just kind of like overly emotional. I think her and SpongeBob would be besties. She's not supposed to be taken seriously. She can be mean, but it's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's just kind of making fun of her character, I suppose. She's great. I don't know what else to say about Pearl. She's like Karen. She's not on screen enough. I love Pearl though. I know a lot of people don't and think she's annoying, but to be honest, I love her. Plankton, I guess. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on Plankton that much either, but I definitely like him more than Mr. Krabs and Mrs. Puff. The thing is, I hope at the end of the series, if that ever does happen, I hope he wins. I want to see Mr. Krabs fail. Because obviously Mr. Krabs is a character that doesn't deserve what he gets. He's a big cheapskate. He's kind of an asshole. He takes advantage of people whenever he needs to, especially SpongeBob. And SpongeBob doesn't see it because it's SpongeBob. But Squidward does. Squidward can see past Mr. Krabs' bullshit a lot of times, and Mr. Krabs is just like, nah, just be quiet. It will be fine. Plankton actually, I feel like Plankton actually has a heart for wanting to start a restaurant. Like, it's literally his dream. But instead of like, he's tried his own food, but nobody likes it. So instead of like focusing on his own stuff, he's just so fixated on getting the formula. I hope, honestly, Plankton wins someday, and I hope he just wins, and Mr. Krabs gets what he deserves. Hope Plankton wins. I hope at the end of the series, Plankton becomes happy, because it's really sad to see this man suffer for years and decades, as long as he's been suffering. Honestly, hope Plankton wins the battle. I'm rooting for him. I'm not even gonna do the pirate dude. He's just in the intro. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, I don't really care about them that much. They're like very, I don't really care about the whole superhero thing they got going on. Whenever I see a superhero episode, like a Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy episode, I'm just like, ugh. I feel like they kind of did that side plot just for filler, because SpongeBob is such a long series, so like they threw that side plot in there, to do it. I do like Barnacle Boy a little bit better than Mermaid Man, because he gets bullied Mermaid, like, there was a few episodes where, like, Barnacle Boy was getting bullied for no fucking reason. Also, Barnacle Boy has a bit more common sense than Mermaid Man. So, yeah, I don't really care about the whole superhero thing, though. I think it's a little bit dull. But I get why they do it. They do make me laugh sometimes. I like how passionate SpongeBob and Patrick is about them, even though everybody else obviously don't give a shit about them. It's just SpongeBob and Patrick. But besides that, I don't really care about the superhero episodes. But no, they can be great sometimes though. I just remember that one episode where like it was like Squidward was like a lava person, and like Patrick could stretch, and Sandy could teleport or something like that, and SpongeBob could run really fast. I hope y'all know what episode I'm talking about. That was an S tier episode. So they can have some good moments, but for the other part, they're like kind of dull. And yeah, I'm not gonna rate the Pirate Man because he's just he's not even a character. He's just the intro. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoy this video. This is my tier list. I'm gonna try and do more tier lists soon. Not any serious ones, just fun ones like this. Like I did a Ruby one. It was in a different format. Like I did one over Ruby outfits. And before that, I did which Eddsworld character would be best in bed. It was really funny. I want to make a candy one soon, actually, because Halloween is about to come up, so I might actually do that one next. But I have some ideas. I want to do some more tier lists, and I want to make some more Ruby outfits ones, because I only did volumes 1 through 3, so I'll try to get to that whenever I can, but I just did this because it was really fun. But now the sun is coming out, and I can barely see my screen anymore, so I think it's time for me to go